And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. So a chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
You look at Mitchell. He's not quite there, but he's very close to his spot in the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top five, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Antetokounmpo out there with O'Neal. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, Derek White is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mobley in at the five, roaming the paint. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Now, here's Mitchell. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. And he drops it in from the low post.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Now, here's Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Mitchell outside. Johnson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Launches it. It's rebounded by Houston. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And when you don't play that often, it can be hard to read an opponent. Sometimes that's the great equalizer. Not how they were looking to start the game. They've come up empty on their first three tries.
Giannis against Mobley. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Steps back. O'Neal against Kennard. White looking around. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Holiday against Caruso. Here's Giannis. The kick out to Holiday. For 3, Mitchell. Rebound by Johnson.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
White the pass to Kennard. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Finally got one to go after 4 straight misses.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo.
Unbelievable play for him over the last month.
Averaging about 32 points a game, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
Yeah, controlling the boards helps your team in so many ways. You get those extra possessions. You can dictate the flow of the game, things like that.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. O'Neal from long range. Here's Portis. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
I just thought they looked focused all night long. At no point did they relax or take their foot off the gas.
Now, here's Mitchell. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. There's the triple. Here's Giannis. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss, and then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
Here's White. He's coming off a 19-point game against Phoenix. Oh, trying for it, and stolen by Portis. Outside Holiday, good on the triple.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced, and a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Now, Giannis, after the missed 3 from Derek White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
Free throw good, Giannis. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
He doesn't get the second one. And one thing when a team underperforms like Philly did last season, Tim, they often bounce back.
Well, it always comes down to health, Kevin. If they have that, it feels like the East is wide open. They are going to have a chance to make some noise.
Pass to Kennard. The three-pointer off the mark. Rockets leading by 6. O'Neal finds Mitchell. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Mobley. Great D that time from Portis.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Here's Giannis. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points so far. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mobley. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. Coach reminded his guys that Giannis is one of the most dangerous players out there. He told his forwards that anytime he takes 2 steps, they'll need to impose their will to limit momentum. He said, quote, "If we're intimidated, we've already lost. Step up and deny his path." Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And here is Antetokounmpo. After Jalen Johnson getting his shot to go from deep, Mitchell wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Mitchell with the steal. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Johnson against Mitchell. Three-pointer. Again, Mitchell missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now, here's Kennard. He has yet to score. Caruso, bounce pass. Kennard's shot is off. And so it's Portis with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Thank you, Kevin. Things are happening for New Orleans and the Pelicans front office as we get closer to the trade deadline. They made a deal to acquire Austin Reeves in a move I'm told they believe will add crucial depth to their lineup. He can fill a lot of holes offensively. He's the kind of player they're hoping can give them some stability on that side of the floor.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. And the 76ers making a change here. Watson's checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Bobby Portis. Bay comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Allen's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Trey Mann in for Drew Holiday. Now, here's Watson. Allen defending. And White kicks to Johnson. And here's White. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Allen outside, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Evan Mobley. 5th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. And it's Keon Ellis in for Alex Caruso. 4 on the clock. Man, a chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Watson's shot is off. Rockets leading by 7. Pass to Mann. Now here's Bay. Buries it from three-point range.
And I love how assertive Bay is offensively. Solid at catching the defender there off guard.
Here's Hartenstein. Defended by Sharp. Hartenstein passes to Ellis. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Bay. Beasley outside. No good on the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
White inside, covered by Beasley. Johnson for 3. Rockets with the rebound. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. Donovan Mitchell, 3rd. And, of course, Derek White.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Well, having an off guard that facilitates at this level just adds another dimension to your offense, and it makes you that much more difficult to defend.
Now here's Ellis. Pass to Hartenstein. Now Ellis takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Allen passes to Mann. Down low. And to Kumbo. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
And it's good for 2.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Houston leading by 10. 51 seconds left in the first. No problems knocking that one down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Hartenstein with it, defended by Sharp. It's Watson atop the key. Right wing, and Vucevic kicks to Watson. And here's Ellis for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Sharp. Here's Giannis. Houston moving the ball around. Bay with the screen for Allen. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Antetokounmpo. Grayson Allen is out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Sharp, and it's Bay in at the 3 slot. Now here's Allen. To the paint. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo, and does. Shoots over Vucevic. Good defense. Better shot from Antetokounmpo.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Kennard kicks to Vucevic. No good from outside.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Here's Hartenstein. Still scoreless. Traps in the tray.
For his position, Hartenstein does an impressive job with the dribble handoff, using his perspective to find those openings.
Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Here's Vucevic. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Shot on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
Well, and he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Kennard on the wing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The wide open look here for Vucevic, and it's off from 3-point range. Houston leading by 14. Here's Mann. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And the dunk by Giannis.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Hartenstein. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Rockets. Pass to Walsh. And it's sent back by Mitchell.
And watching Mitchell there, he was just sitting on that one.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And so here is Philadelphia. They trail by 16. Here's Kennard. Kicks it out to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ellis has got a pair of triples in the second now for Philadelphia. Allen surveying the D. Pass to Bay. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Evan Mobley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Houston making a switch here. Sharp's checked in. Pass to Vucevic. Ellis outside. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Sharp.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he overshot that one, missing. The 76ers trail by 13. Ellis, the pass to Walsh. Now Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Mobley wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Mobley's got it back down to single digits for Philadelphia. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Kevin, back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Sharp with a screen on Mobley. Here's Antetokounmpo. The Rockets again can't hit. The 76ers trail by 6. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
And the ever-growing confidence of Mobley inside, he knows these are shots he can make consistently.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. White, he's checked in for the 76ers. Alex Caruso comes in for Keon Ellis. And then for Houston, Bobby Portis is checked in for Sharp. Royce O'Neal comes in for Allen. And it's Drew Holiday in for Trey Mann. Houston moving it around. And Portis throws it down.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
White with it. Still yet to score. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by Drew Holiday. It's Portis, high post. Shoots over Vucevic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And finally building some momentum here in the second quarter.
Now White. Vucevic is screen on Mitchell. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Vucevic. And Jalen Johnson subbed in for Luke Kennard. Giannis sets a screen for Mitchell. And they call an illegal screen here. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the 76ers. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up.
Right now for Philadelphia,
This hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Mitchell dishes to Holiday. And here is Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
it may be the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
Mobley is screen on O'Neal. And it's Johnson penetrating. Can't connect from short range. Rockets leading by 10. Mitchell right side. Outside Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot. Portis can't get it to go.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Here's Caruso. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And this has been an emerging part of Johnson's game. He is getting better at making smart passes.
Inside, Portis. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Rockets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And here are the 76ers now. It's a 10-point game. Mobley sets the pick for White. To the wing right side. A wide open look here for Caruso. The 3 from Johnson sinks the triple. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
He typically does most of his scoring in the mid-range or at the rim, but Johnson's showing you right there he does have that kind of range to rely on as well.
Nobody near Allen. Nails the wide open jump shot. Allen's got 5.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Mobley. He had 28 points in the win against Phoenix.
And he was a force on the glass. Absolutely dominant.
Now O'Neal. After Jalen Johnson missing on the last three-pointer. Holiday looking over the floor. Clock at 6. Mitchell outside. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Johnson's got his fourth rebound in this one. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Well, Hartenstein is a phenomenal offensive rebounder. He is a big guy who knows how to use a 7-foot frame to track down rebounds.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's White. They get the rebound. Mobley outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, White. It's good from long range. White's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
For 3, Mitchell. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, Mitchell is constantly in attack mode and puts the defense in some really difficult spots.
And he makes all 3.
And that's a good sign. He's getting himself to the line. I really like that here in the second quarter.
Caruso, the pass to Mobley. In deep, again, Philadelphia.
A shooter shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
Mitchell against White. Portis sets the pick for Mitchell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on White.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
Johnson surveying the floor. Shot from the top of the key. White, wide open. He fires. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Mitchell against White. Mitchell outside. Portis a screen on White. From the wing. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Houston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with Coach Ime Udoka. And, Coach, what are some of the positives that you can take away from that first half?
Our physicality has been good to start. Obviously, a point of emphasis is keeping them under control in transition. We like how we're guarding defensively. Obviously, it is big against this team.
Great start. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime. Let's start things off with a look at the All-Star voting.
It's pretty obvious the dudes who are going to make it, but you also have to deserve it and get the shutout.
Yeah, you have to feel for those players. Feels like there's at least one big snub.
But you also have guys who deserve it and get shut out.
And let's circle back now to that first half. The Sixers find themselves in a tense one.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation. That allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
And you are going to see this defense now switch things up against him, but he has the skill set to counter that.
Rockets leading by 4. Jalen Johnson is out there with Mobley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's White in at the 2 guard. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Stolen by Holiday. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Mobley. Johnson kicks to White. Kennard on the wing. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Giannis outside. Portis sets the pick for Giannis. 6 to shoot. Left side, Portis. Pass to Caruso. Outside, White. For the lead. The 76ers, another 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. Portis a screen on White. For 3, Mitchell. The Rockets again can't hit.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Mobley finds Caruso. Outside, White. Back to Caruso. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Kennard's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. The Rockets again can't hit.
And that miss makes them 0 for 4 to start this quarter. Not exactly the start they were hoping for.
Caruso looking for an opening. Here's Mobley. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Mobley. Portis a screen on White. For 3, Mitchell. The Rockets with another miss.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
And it's White missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
On the wing, Mitchell. White covering. Portis sets the pick for Mitchell. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? How last month turned out for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
Now, here's Caruso. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounds. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo and, of course, Evan Mobley.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch 2 of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. There's O'Neal with the 3. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. Caruso, the pass to Kennard. Outside, White. The 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 4. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
A moment here to see the numbers for White. and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Now, here's Mitchell. He has 7, 5 to shoot, looking to end his cold spell.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Holiday against Caruso. Outside, White. It's up a 3. Kennard on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Pass to Mitchell. Giannis' screen on White. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. It's Solomon, it's Akumbo. Pass to Mitchell. And it's White with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Mitchell, this is Giannis. Mobley with the block.
And whenever Mobley is out there on D, you have to be aware of where he is.
Kennard setting the pick for Caruso. Outside, White. Johnson outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Mitchell finds Holiday. Back to Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell drops the hammer.
Physical finish from Mitchell, a guy who has no problem playing through contact.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, the Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Watson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Rockets. Allen's checked in for O'Neal. Now, here's Watson. Still without a basket. Back to White. Mobley sets the pick for White. 5 on the clock. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Portis. Here's Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 5 assists tonight.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Now, here's Watson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game, and it's the Rockets on the break. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 10. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Poked loose. It's stolen by White. Mobley against Holiday. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Portis. Shoots over White. Here's Antetokounmpo. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Bays checked in for the Rockets. Trey Mann comes in for Drew Holiday. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes, and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. And the first one at the line is good. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Shots checked in for Antetokounmpo. 76ers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Johnson kicks to Watson. Pass to Walsh. Back to Ellis. Lets it go from deep. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
The 76ers leading by 4. And then Johnson with the dunk.
He is soaring on that one. Johnson going up high to get his hands on it.
Houston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. Bay passes to Mitchell. Back to Bay. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. Will it go? And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Mitchell. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the 76ers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And a change for the Rockets. Goodwin's checked in. Allen against Kennard. Pass to man. Sharp with a screen on Ellis. Shot clock at 5. Man finds Allen. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Kennard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pass to Walsh. Now Watson from outside the arc buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And taken away by Ellis. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself. The shot's good from Kennard. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the 76ers?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Yeah, they've clearly been the more physical team. And how about all those second chance points? What a concerted effort to pound the offensive glass.
And stolen by Sharp. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pass to Hartenstein. Now Ellis, defended by Man. Here's Walsh. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. And the 76ers lead by 15.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Here's Man. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Sharp out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Allen. Then it's Sadiq Bey. And it's Man in at the point. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Allen outside. Curls it from outside.
Well, what a reliable floor spacer to have on your team. Allen has shot over 40% from the three-point line over the course of his career.
Kennard with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Watson inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Watson. Antetokounmpo, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And stolen by Sharp. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by Watson. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bey. Just 5 on the clock. It's blocked. Kennard on the wing. Now what's the pass to Kennard? From deep. And the 3 ball is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up got to fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Man with it. He's guarded by Ellis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Anthony Edwards and the Memphis Grizzlies. Mitchell, he's checked in for Sharp.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Here's Walsh, covered by Mitchell. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Allen. Here's Giannis. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
High post Vucevic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What a sell on that pump from Vucevic. He had my head moving there.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And here is Mitchell. Fires for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
That shot off. Good work defensively by Bay. And taken away by Ellis. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Kennard, the pass to Walsh. Ellis kicks to Watson. Just 5 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Good on the shot. Kennard's got 13 points in the second half.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Antetokounmpo inside. Vucevic defending. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Kennard, the pass to Vucevic. Kennard with the ball. Into the lane. Pass to Walsh. Kennard on the wing. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And yes, it's good.
And maneuvering into position, Bay moving the needle.
Now, here's Watson. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The offensive rebound. Allen, that's good.
Man, I love it. Grayson Allen fighting in there.
And Zoelis will bring it up for the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Vucevic. Now, here's Kennard. Allen defending. And he knocks down the first one. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Here's Giannis. On the wing, Holiday. Allen outside. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Allen. Giannis rips it down.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Ellis surveying the D. Johnson with a screen on Mitchell. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by White. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half. White against Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive
wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. The 76ers leading by 14. Outside, White. Off target from three-point range. Rockets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to Mitchell. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
His first 3 of the game. Maybe that gets him going from out there.
Johnson with a screen on Mitchell. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Hartenstein comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Alex Caruso in for Ellis. And a switch here also for Houston. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Grayson Allen. Now here's Mobley. Hartenstein with the screen on Giannis. The drive by Mobley. The 3 from Johnson. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
The 76ers leading by 9. Now Caruso. Pass to Mobley. Johnson, a wide open look. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Giannis high post. Mobley's there. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. On the free throw, no good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it. And he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The 76ers leading by 10. Now here's White. Mobley, a screen on Mitchell. White goes in. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Now, here's Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson sets the screen for White. No good from 3. And so it's Portis with it. He brings it up for Houston. Giannis making his presence felt down low.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive enforcement.
And that one misses. The 76ers leading by 10. White inside. Covered by Mitchell. And that one falls for White. And both free throws good for White.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Antetokounmpo against Mobley. Mitchell. Another shot.
Oh, Giannis getting the defender to bite. That's a patient move, earning himself a trip to the line.
Free throw good. Giannis. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. The 76ers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. White. Here's Mobley. Puts up the three. Cleared away by Mitchell. Now under the... Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Here's Caruso. Outside, White. Johnson sends the screen for White. Shot clock at 2. Shoots! Antetokounmpo with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
But that is the shot he should be looking for. He's just got to hope for better luck next time.
Now, here's Mobley. Here's Caruso. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson sends the screen for Caruso. Jacks up a three. A three-pointer. Good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player